Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome once again to Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field in beautiful Corvallis, Oregon. It's day 2 of the 49th Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament here at Corvallis High School in Corvallis. We get ready for the Doc Stewarts taking on the Hillsboro Baseballism Wet Sox on the second day of the tournament. For the Docs, they're looking for their first win here in the tourney after a narrow loss yesterday in the first game of the tourney. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Baseballism Wet Sox, they're coming off of a big win over the team out of the Seattle region, the Michaels Toyota's Bears, coming off of a 10-4 victory yesterday in their first game in the tournament. So two teams trying to stay in the race for a possible spot in the championship game of the tourney on Sunday. We'll see how things play out here in this morning's contest. It's day 2 and game 1 of the second day of the tournament here in Corvallis. Good morning, everybody. Joey Keeran with you once again. Happy to be back here with you on the airwaves as we bring you Doc Stewart's baseball here on The Score. Our broadcast has also got the live video simulcast going on online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're watching on our YouTube channel. That'll make sure that you don't miss another broadcast of Doc Stewart's baseball here on The Score. You can get notified when we go live with another new broadcast. Well, it's day 2. We are inching our way towards America's 250th birthday here on this 4th of July weekend, and we're so happy to have you with us. We're going to go ahead and get to a quick break here, and when we come back, we are going to have an interview with Paxton Burke. It's another in our series On the Bench with the Docs. That'll be coming up next as we continue on with the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Our interview with Paxton Burke when we return on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth.
On the bench with the Docs here this summer, and boy, we've been talking to a lot of young guys, but we've got the pleasure of talking to one of the guys who's more experienced on the team this year. So we're on the bench with Paxton Burke. And Paxton, great a chance to catch up with you here and see you out there on the field once again this summer. It's always a pleasure to watch you play baseball out there. Getting another year with the Doc Stewarts, what's it mean to you to get a chance to play and put on the Stewie's uniform once again?
It feels great, honestly. I get to see all these new kids, the young kids that are coming up, and I get to help them out, and I love to do that. I mean, that's one of my favorite things to do. And, yeah, I mean, I just love to hang out with the new, younger kids and have, like, some of the older guys like Logan and stuff to be back. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I think me and Logan are one of the last kids from when I first was on Doc. Yeah. So, I mean, it's great to be around all these guys.
Yeah. Speaking of Logan, I know I talk a lot about just the opportunity to work with some of the young guys on this team, but getting a chance to see one of the older guys that you've known for a little bit, and now he's back from his first year of college baseball. You're getting ready for your first year of college baseball next year. Have you kind of leaned on him, poked his brain a little bit about what being a college baseball player is all like?
Yeah, I definitely have. I know that LC and SWAC are definitely going to be a lot different, but also at the same time, he still had a college experience. So I did ask quite a few questions. I haven't asked very much since he's been here for a little while. But when he first got here, I was definitely asking a lot of questions, how it was, how he liked being away, and stuff like that. Honestly, on our last away game, I actually asked him how it was to be away for so long. He's like, it's not too terrible.
Well, you are getting ready to head out to LC State for baseball next year. Before we kind of jump into that topic, you finished out your senior year of baseball with Roseburg High, and I know, with family ties, you've had brothers that and your dad that have gone through that program and played for Roseburg. For you to wrap up a career there with the Roseburg Indians, kind of how'd you feel about your senior season? I know it always ends earlier than most people want it to, but how'd you feel about your final season with Roseburg High School?
I felt great. I love the guys I was with. Very competitive group, and I love that. We kind of had a little slow, middle part. A couple guys and just, the team in general kind of had a slow middle part. But, towards the end of the season, we started to get hot again. Mm-hmm. And, we just gained a lot of confidence, and I love that. It was great how we ended this. It's not great how we ended the season. I wish we could have won that final game against Willamette, but other than that, we can't go back right now and go do that. As much as I wish we could, we couldn't. But it was a great year. I loved it. I loved being around all the guys. Especially there's a lot of young guys on our team, and there's a lot of development for those kids ready to become, especially for Corba, Danner, all those guys. They're still, they're going to be junior and sophomore. Yeah. So those guys probably coming up to lead the group will probably be a huge thing. Yeah, it's going to be fun to see what that group has. Some of those juniors going to be seniors next year, and then that young core that'll be there for a few years. It's going to be fun to see with Roseburg next year, and it'll be exciting. For you, you made your commitment before the season started to go to LC State. You're going to be playing for Jeremiah Robbins, a familiar face and name out there with the Warriors. How excited are you? Now that they, we talked before the season. Back then it was just kind of like, this is what's going to happen. Now you're done with high school, and that's the next thing after this season and this summer for you. That's what's coming up next. Now that it's kind of getting a little bit closer and a little bit more real, how's that kind of feeling for you? Feels a little bit different. Now I got to start thinking about packing, and my parents coming up to me and asking what I want for college and stuff like that, clothing-wise, and it's starting to get to me a little bit, but I'm really excited. I can't wait. I'm ready to work. That's one of the biggest things. I love to work hard, and Jeremiah is all about working hard, and so I can't wait to be up there and just working with the guys that want to play the game as well, and so that'll also be really good. But it's kind of hard. I'm going to be moving away from family because I'm a big family guy, but I'm ready to get away for a little bit. I think it'll be nice.
Yeah. Hey, stretch your wings a little bit, get an opportunity to see a little bit different part of the world, and get an opportunity to go live somewhere else and see how things go there. What's the setup? Are you in the back of your mind, trying to figure out how to set up a dorm, or they got a baseball facility kind of like they got with UCC? What's it going to be like out there?
I have a dorm with it's Clark Hall with Easton Douglas over at South Bedford. Me and him are going to be roommates.
Oh, okay.
And me and him are probably going to be hunting a lot because I pulled a tag over by Eastern Oregon over by Lewiston, so that's going to be probably one of our biggest things. As soon as we get time off, we're going to be gone up the mountains. But yeah, we're going to have a dorm room. Clark Hall. That's all I know. I don't really know much about it. I haven't searched up at all. I finally got my room, paper and everything. So I move in the weekend. I go to Ty Myers the 15th, and all I know is I move in that week, Wednesday. So, I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be exciting, and that's always an exciting time for any young person to go from being in high school, living at home, to now being on your own in that first college experience. I remember that, and I know a lot of people do as well. So going to be exciting for you there. The program, obviously we know that, from experience with Jeremiah as a coach here with UCC and with the Docs, we got a chance to see him coaching here locally. He came from LC before that and was a national championship coach, and he's had that program back up and running again in his first year back out there. Just going out there and being a part of that program, what are your expectations for your first year college baseball? Have you had more conversations with Coach Jeremiah or any of the assistant coaches out there just about what kind of impact you might be able to have in your first year?
I mean, I've talked to Jeremiah a little bit. He was really excited to have me. He said I'll probably see the field my freshman year, but I mean, you never know. I mean, just depends how I do. And I mean, I want to work hard. I'm going to try my best to be in that lineup every day, try to be an everyday guy. Yeah. And if I don't, then I'm going to continue to work my butt off and continue to work for Jeremiah, because I know either way, if I'm not playing or not, I'm going to get better at that college where I'm at. And so my plan is to stay there, grind it out, play as much as I can my freshman year, do as best as I can, and just, I mean, pray that I get the opportunity. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, hopefully no injuries come along. I mean, got to fight those away and really try to be dialed in and try to get some playing time for my freshman year.
Do they, out there, what's the fall like? I know fall ball is a big thing with baseball, getting those extra opportunities to work before the season actually gets underway in the spring. What's it going to be like out there? Do you know what's kind of waiting for you once you get out there for when you guys get time together as a team and you get those opportunities to start working for LC State?
I mean, I've kind of heard it's really hard. I mean, there's a 7-mile hill, and I guess it took the guys an hour and a half to go up and down it, and they only ran it one time during the fall, and so I'm expecting that. So I got to start going on runs towards the end of the summer here soon. I just know everyone's grinding. I mean, constant baseball games, practices. Like, I think we maybe get one day off a week, maybe, and that's like just depends on if Robbins wants us to practice, feels like if we need to practice or not. But I can't wait. Like, it's guys that also want to play college ball, so I'm going to be around a whole new, type of people. Yeah. And so, I mean, I just can't wait to be around those type of guys and that actually want to, fulfill their dream the same way I want to. And so, I mean, it'll be pretty good. Yeah.
Well, definitely looking forward to seeing how that goes for you out there, and hoping to see your name in the lineup for the LC State Warriors out there. This summer here, you've talked about kind of wanting to lead and be a leader for these younger guys and getting an opportunity. How do you feel like the team chemistry is coming together? You guys have had a number of weeks together now. We've had a handful of games under our belts, and so the season's underway. You guys are a team now. How do you feel like that process has been coming together, and maybe what's a highlight for you that you've had so far hanging out with these guys here this summer?
Just some of the bonding moments are actually coming together really well. A lot of the guys are starting to get to know each other. I mean, it was really spacey towards the beginning of the season, didn't really know how to play with each other. And now we haven't had very many practices, but we've just kind of opened up to each other, talked to each other a lot. And I mean, just that in general loosens up so much for people to play the game. And so, I mean, that's how you see we're starting to win a little bit more baseball games. We're starting to communicate with each other better. We're just starting to come along a lot better. And I mean, and it's been good in the dugout. We try to have energy. I mean, that first game against Reno, we didn't have very much energy. We just kind of stayed in it. And then the next game we had a lot of energy, and we built off that, and we swung it pretty well. And so I feel like if we continue to have our energy up, which we have been, we'll continue to play good. And we just need to stay loose, and that has been helping a lot.
Yeah. You guys have the Corvallis trip coming up here, and that means a couple of nights away, a couple of nights in a hotel, spending a lot of time around each other, doing things as a team. You've experienced that before, going out on the road with the team during the summer. How big are those moments to be around the team kind of constantly, nonstop? And what is something you kind of look forward to when you get these opportunities to be out on the road with the guys and just kind of hanging out together nonstop?
It's honestly huge. I think we got an Airbnb, and so we're all basically going to be in one spot, and so you're not going to walk a step without seeing a guy in there. And so I think it'll be good. There might be some arguments, there might be some competitiveness. I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be a pool table and some ping pong. So I mean, that's always good when you're competing against each other. It's always good because I mean, it just helps you compete the next day and be able to work with those guys and play the next day. And so it'll be huge, and they'll kind of learn that being with each other for a constant time and then going out and playing the game together, it just kind of chemistry just builds like that. And so it'll be really good, and I can't wait. And all these young kids will kind of realize that too, the chemistry will just build and build from just these 3-day trips, 4-day trips. I don't even know how long this trip is. I just know I got to pack.
Yep, exactly. Make sure you got your uniform and be ready, uniform and glove, and be ready to go out there. For you as an experienced guy, I've been asking a lot about, how do you hope to kind of improve on your game of baseball here during the summer? How do you look to try and improve as a baseball player? Being one of the experienced guys that's seen a lot of baseball, maybe there's something specific that you have in mind. But, as you look at this opportunity over the summer to get reps, get time to be out on the field, how do you try to improve one last summer with the Doc Stewarts?
Just staying confident all through the year. I mean, at Roseburg during the spring, I kind of had a rough 2.5 weeks there, and that it was just mental. It was not anything of my ability that I could have done, and so my big thing is staying confident all through this year and learning that, or just knowing that I have the ability to play with all these guys and just all that. And so that's been huge. And I changed up my swing because I wasn't able to backspin baseballs everywhere around the field, and I need to be able to do that because I wasn't pulling baseballs that well. So I switched up my swing. So I was getting used to a new thing coming into this season, kind of, and it's been feeling phenomenal lately. And so just confidence is my huge thing. I know my ability to swing it is going to work if I just am mentally there. And summer ball, I'm normally mentally there because I'm having a lot more fun than when I'm in school ball, but not because coaches are players or anything. It's just summer's more fun, honestly. And so confidence is just what I've built, just trying to stick with, just mindset. Yeah. When I'm in the box, on the field, doesn't matter, running on the field, just mindset to everything has to be dead set towards the game. Nice. And if it's not, then I normally don't play my best, but just mindset, probably huge, one of my biggest things probably.
Cool. Hey, the mental side of the game is a big part of the game here for baseball, for sure. So, well, Paxton, it's always a pleasure to get to talk to you, and have been a joy watching you play. Look forward to seeing the rest of this summer and what the future has in store for you. But thanks so much for the time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, that is Paxton Burke joining us here on the bench. We'll continue our series of player interviews this summer with the Doc Stewarts here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're back. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sports event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Wrapping up things with the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. It's time now for our Southern Septic Service starting lineups for the Roseburg Doc Stewarts. They are the visiting team in the matchup, and so the Docs will be up to bat first. Taking a look at their lineup put together by Coach Cody Walton. Paxton Burke will lead things off at shortstop, followed by Reagan Soper, the second baseman. Hitting third is third baseman Logan Anderson. In right field, Fletcher Coleman will bat in the cleanup spot. Christian Corba in center field hitting fifth. Batting sixth, starting at first base, is Danner Wirtz. Batting seventh, today's starting pitcher for the Doc Stewarts, that is Tegan Sprague. The catcher, Mason Young, will bat eighth. Quinn Gaylor in left field, rounding out the starting nine for the Doc Stewarts. Defensively for the Baseballism Wet Sox, they were the designated home team. Behind the plate, David Hoskins. Riley Du Bois out at first. David Trejo at second. On the left side of the diamond, Cole Thomas at third. Camden Gager at short. In the outfield from left to right, Dexter Olson, Travis Hale, and Stanley Ritter. They will look to support today's starting pitcher for the Baseballism Wet Sox. That is Achilles Garcia. That'll get the start on the mound. Another lefty to face off against the Docs here in the tournament. They faced a lefty yesterday as well. First pitch to Paxton Burke, who will bat right-handed, is low and inside, ball one, and we are underway once again right at 10:02. That's exactly where we were yesterday as well. The 0-1 pitch, high and inside, 2-0 count here for Burke, who will lead things off. Had 2 hits in yesterday's game against the Mountain Time Club out of Portland when the Doc Stewarts lost that one 2-1. A tight ball game yesterday. 3-0 count here. Garcia has not found the strike zone yet. His 3-0 pitch to Burke in for a strike. And that'll keep Burke at the plate. Again, our game live stream going on at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. As the ball belted towards right field, will not get down. It is run down by Stanley Ritter out towards right field, heading towards the alley, but it hangs up long enough for Ritter to run underneath it. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on The Score.
Pizza, the second baseman, number 3, Reagan Soper.
First pitch swinging, and Reagan Soper, a soft liner up the middle, is snagged on a diving attempt by David Trejo, the second baseman. Snags that one just before it hit on the infield dirt and then jumped into the outfield, robbing away a possible hit there for Reagan Soper, who is coming off of his first hitless game of the season. In the game against Mountain Time, he had a couple of balls pretty well hit, but could not get one to drop in, and the trend will continue for him here with that soft liner back up the middle. 2 away quickly here in the first inning for the Doc Stewarts. Logan Anderson will step in. A 1-0 count to start as the first pitch misses inside from Garcia. Garcia will work a strike across at the knees on the inner half. Sunshine overhead, a few puffy clouds off in the distance. We're looking at mostly sunny conditions today here in Corvallis, expecting a high of 82 this afternoon. The 1-1 catches the outside corner against Anderson, and he's behind a ball and 2 strikes against Garcia. Garcia is the lefty on the mound. Achilles Garcia out of Aloha High School, graduating this year. Misses outside as Anderson watches it with a close eye. That pitch tailing away from the right-handed hitter. Garcia was a second-team All-League pitcher for Aloha this year. Ground ball through the left side and in for a base hit. A 2-out single for Logan Anderson. Anderson yesterday went hitless in his game, went 0 for 3, and so he'll have his first hit in the tournament. Docs will get the first hit of the ball game and have a man on with 2 down here in the top of the first. Fletcher Coleman will stand in. Fletcher will try to keep things going as a soft toss over to first base. Garcia checking on Anderson over there initially, and now will step off. He is trying to get his rhythm with a runner on base for the first time here today. Lefty-lefty battle. There goes Anderson. The ball is popped up in foul territory on a bunt attempt by Fletcher Coleman. I don't think we've seen him try to bunt too often. Tried to lay one down there. See if the Docs could draw in the third baseman and maybe get Logan Anderson all the way around to third base. There are 2 outs, though, so Coleman would have had to reach. Garcia will deliver, and that ball fouled right back into the nettings behind home. Garcia mentioned class of 2026, graduating this year. This year earning second-team All-League honors. As a junior in 2025, he was a first-team All-League pitcher with the Warriors, so he has been a 2-time All-League selection. As a ball belted to right field, hanging up in the air, running underneath it, the right fielder Ritter will be there as that ball comes down just short of the warning track. Top of the first inning, it goes pretty quietly for the Doc Stewarts. A 2-out single for Logan Anderson is all they can manage. No runs on the 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. The Red Sox coming up to bat for the first time when we return on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Baseballism Red Sox, led by Coach Mason Wright. Camden Gager will lead things off at shortstop. Dexter Olson in left field batting second. Zadek Bolby, the DH, batting third for the starting pitcher Achilles Garcia. Riley Du Bois will bat in the cleanup spot at first base. Travis Hale, the center fielder, batting fifth. David Hoskins at catcher, batting sixth. The seven-hitter is Stanley Ritter in right field. Third baseman Cole Thomas batting eighth, and the second baseman David Trejo will bat in the 9 spot. We'll look at the Docs defense in a moment as the first pitch from Tegan Sprague, the right-hander out of Umpqua Valley Christian on the mound, will fire in high for ball 1 as we get things underway here in the bottom of the first. Scoreless ball game. Sprague misses high and inside, a 2-0 count. Tegan coming in, making his third start of the year. He's thrown 6 2/3 innings for the Docs. He's got an 0-1 record. The ball hit towards right field and will carry enough out to Fletcher Coleman in right as Camden Gager will fly out, one away for the Red Sox. Second time these two teams have met. Docs had a 6-4 win against the Red Sox the first time back at Champion Car Wash Field on June 18th. Sprague comes in with a 7.35 ERA, but he has been improving as the summer has gone on as he fires a strike on the outside corner to Olson. On the year, he's got 5 strikeouts and 4 walks. Another ball hit right side. This one, long run for Coleman, will not get there in time as it lands just inside the foul line. A fair ball down the right field side for Dexter Olson, and he'll have the first hit of the game for the Red Sox.
The designated hitter number
a 1-out single to right field.
Bolby.
And Zadek Bolby will step in. Left-handed batter, DHing for the pitcher. Bats in the 3-hole. Man out at first base is Olson. Takes a lead, but a couple of steps back towards first. Breaking ball hits the outside corner for strike 1 to start things off for Bolby. The 0-1 count on this beautiful morning here in Corvallis. Throw over to first base. It's not in time. Take a look at the rest of the Docs defense here in this first inning as we get the opportunities to do so. Pitch high and away. One ball, one strike. Tegan Sprague, right-hander, deep breath, checks first base over that front shoulder and will deliver in and just misses the strike zone on the outside edge. So he falls behind 2 balls and a strike here. A quiet morning to start things off here at Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field. Fans still waking up as they soak in some sun here early on July 3rd. The 2-1 pitch. Grounder back towards the mound. It is fielded by Sprague. Out at second base, Paxton Burke was hollering for Sprague to come to second with the throw. Got back to him quick enough that there was the opportunity to maybe get the lead runner and possibly start a double play, but Bolby will ground out to the pitcher. It looked like initially Sprague thought about it, but then decided to just get the out at first base. That puts a man at second with 2 away. Riley Du Bois will bat. He pops one up right side. Not very deep, but it's going to carry enough for a routine play in right field for Fletcher Coleman. We'll get to the Docs defense when they take the field in the second inning, but the Docs are able to pitch around a 1-out single, and they keep this one scoreless. No runs on the one hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head to the second inning. Doc Stewart's coming up to bat with Corba, Wirtz, and Sprague here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Head to the top of the second inning. Our starting lineups have been brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered. Get a free no-obligation estimate today for your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Christian Corba, first pitch, swinging away, pops it down the right field side. It will just go foul. The first baseman, Riley DuBois, tried to make a play on it. It was coming up right over the top of his head. He swiped his glove out there, looking to try and see if he could maybe pull off a miracle and get his glove in the right spot at the right time. It just misses his glove, and it'll land foul for strike one for Christian Corba, who will lead things off for the Doc Stewarts today. Corba has been having a good summer following a great freshman year at Roseburg High School, earning first-team All-League honors. And Corba actually was named honorable mention All-State as a freshman at the 6A level. He'll ground one towards short, playable for Gager across to DuBois, and that is a ground out to start things here in the second, one away.
Moving into the batter's box for Doc
Up next will be Danner Wirtz, the first baseman, who earned second-team All-State honors at the 6A level this year. Dan will take low and outside, ball one, as we get things going here in the second inning. Yesterday, the Docs had the closest game of the day here in the tournament. It's a ground ball, third base side. In front of it is Cole Thomas. And a routine throw across the diamond. There's two away. Tegan Sprague will try to get something going for the Doc Stewarts with two down here in the second.
Next batter is the pitcher,
yesterday, the
number
Docs,
8, Tegan
a
Sprague.
2-1 battle against Mountain Time. Other than that, everything else was decided by multiple runs. Taking a look at scores from yesterday's tournament action here in Corvallis. First pitch, a breaking ball for strike one to Tegan Sprague. Docs lost to Mountain Time 2-1. Grants Pass beating the Midcoast Dungeys 15-6. Then it was the Baseballism Wet Sox getting a 10-4 win over Michaels Toyota, the Bears out of the Seattle region. And then wrapping up the day, the Corvallis Skirting Builders Marketmen beating the Wasilla Road Warriors out of Alaska 13-3. So a lot of lopsided wins yesterday outside of the game between the Docs and Mountain Time. Pitch low and outside for Tegan Sprague. He's got a 2-1 count with two down, nobody on base. On the mound, Achilles Garcia right now has been able to induce some weak contact from the Doc Stewarts. And there's another lazy fly ball out towards center field. Travis Hale tracking that one towards the alley. He'll make the catch in right center. And that'll finish things off for the Doc Stewarts. So a 1-2-3 inning here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Still scoreless through 1.5. We go to the bottom of the second here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Going to the bottom of the second inning. Taking a look at the Doc Stewarts defensively around the diamond. Mason Young catching here today. Danner Wirtz out at first base. Reagan Soper at second. Left side of the diamond, it's Logan Anderson at third and Paxton Burke at short. In the outfield from left to right, you've got Quinn Gaylor, Christian Corba, and Fletcher Coleman. That is the defense out there looking to support their starting pitcher. That is Tegan Sprague. First pitch fouled back to the backstop for strike one against Travis Hale, the center fielder, batting in the 5 spot for the Wet Sox. First meeting between these two teams back on June 18th. The Docs leading the entire way, 6-4, the final score in that one. In that game, though, Travis Hale did have a couple of hits as he grounds one foul for strike two. Docs in that game through Danner Wirtz and Fletcher Coleman. Wirtz picked up the win with 5 innings, and Coleman got the save, pitching the final 2 innings in that game. High and away, 1-2 count for Travis Hale. 5 hits total in that game for the Wet Sox, and Hale had 2 of them. Waiting on the 1-2 pitch. Off speed, just misses the bottom of the strike zone. Couldn't induce the hitter to chase after it. And it's a 2-2 count. The throw in from Sprague misses high. The count goes full to the leadoff man here in the second. Got out to a quick start for Sprague. Got the first 2 strikes. Trying for the payoff pitch. And Hale fights it off and will stay alive. He fouls out one back behind us here at Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field. Things looking good. I saw some cornhole getting played yesterday after our game got done. Some of the Corvallis players here helping out with the tournament maintenance, entertaining themselves. A 3-2 pitch. Ooh, just off the mark by a fraction. That'll be ball 4. Down to first base goes Hale. Just makes me think of Major League Baseball nowadays. That's one that you probably see a catcher start tapping his helmet, wanting the automatic ball strike challenge. That would have been interesting to see the result of that one. David Hoskins will stand in with nobody out and a man at first. He squares the bunt, fights it off as it rides in at him, and it'll be strike one. It's been amazing to see that ABS challenge system in Major League Baseball. Just really shows how precise the game is and how good umpires tend to be. As much as we all want to complain about balls and strikes sometimes, it is amazing how they can get some calls right when they just touch a fraction of the strike zone. It's been pretty crazy to watch. The 0-1 pitch here is a pickoff throw instead over to first base, and back in safely will go Hale. Also makes me think it's like maybe a strike needs to be like 2/3 of the baseball is in the zone as a ball is fouled away for strike 2. It's been crazy to see somebody challenge a strike call and then it shows it up on the screen, and it is just the small sliver of the strike zone has been caught, and that's good enough for the strike call to stand. It's been pretty wild. The 0-2 pitch is fouled away, but that just probably make things harder for any umpire to try and just determine what's a strike in a ball if you start having to figure that a certain fraction of the baseball needs to be in the zone to be considered a strike. So probably not overcomplicate things. That's kind of my MO. I like to do that a lot. Here in the bottom of the second, it's a scoreless ball game. A man at first for the Wet Sox. 0-2 pitch, lifted towards left field. It will get down. Quinn Gaylor will track it down in the one shadow on the field out in left field. A big tree here casting the shadow just across a portion of the left field territory. That's a base hit after the leadoff walk. Hoskins battled there, fought off a couple of pitches with 2 strikes, and he'll earn himself a base hit to left field. Runners at first and second with nobody out, and a little bit of momentum brewing here for the Wet Sox. They'll bring up Stanley Ritter, the right fielder. He shows a bunt, and instead will pull it back and take strike 1.
First base is number 7, Jaden Dent.
They'll bring in a courtesy runner at first. It is Jordan Dinn as a ball popped up. It is caught by the pitcher. Tegan Sprague gets the bunt attempt in the air for the first out. one away. Stanley Ritter tried to lay down the sack bunt, instead pops out. That's a big first out for the Doc Stewarts with 2 runners on base. Brings up the 8-hitter Cole Thomas. Again, the courtesy runner is Jadon Din over at first. Sprague's first pitch, breaking ball missing up high, 1-0 count. Soper and Burke holding on the runner out at second base. It is more Reagan Soper, the second baseman, trying to keep Travis Hale close to the bag. 1-0 pitch, popped up. It's on the infield. Well, it'll just drift out into the outfield, but it'll be Reagan Soper that'll make the catch. They'll rule an infield fly, even though that ball makes its way to the outfield. Reagan Soper, a routine fly ball for the second baseman. There's 2 away.
A couple of the second baseman, number 5.
Important outs there for Tegan Sprague after getting the first 2 runners on base. The Wet Sox will look to their 9-hitter, David Trejo, to try and come through for him. It was the 9-hitter yesterday that did the Doc Stewarts in against Mountain Time. First pitch from Sprague is high and inside. In the 9 spot, Vincent Worley for Mountain Time had 2 RBI singles, both of them coming with 2 outs, that scored the only 2 runs in the game for Mountain Time, and that's all they needed for the 2-1 victory. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball comebacker. It is snagged by Sprague. He will head over to first and underhands it back to Danner Wirtz. Nice job on the mound by Tegan Sprague on the comebacker. He snags that one and makes the final out at first base. Doc Stewart's will get out of this one clean, and they keep it a 0-0 ball game. And we will head to the 3rd inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Tickets for $1, 9 tickets for $2.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Leading off the top of the 3rd.
Day 2 of the 49th Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament here in Corvallis. Doc Stewart's trying to get their first tournament victory. They're knotted up in a scoreless ball game. As we start the 3rd inning, it's Mason Young taking inside ball 1 from Achilles Garcia on the mound. Mason Young coming in. This is his 6th game of the summer. He'll ground one towards short, a bit of a bobble, and the throw to first, low but picked at the bag by DuBois to complete the out. Nice job there by Camden Gager to stay with that ball. Bobbled it around as it took a late hop on him. Jumped up into his chest, was able to get to the baseball, threw over to first base, and got to give a ton of credit to the first baseman, Riley DuBois, on getting a opportunity to snag that one off the turf. Quinn Gaylor was supposed to bat here in the 9 spot. Not sure what might have happened for Quinn, but Hayden Thompson will come in as a pinch hitter. And my guess is that means we might be seeing a new outfielder coming up in the next half inning for the Doc Stewarts defensively. So Hayden Thompson batting in the 9 spot for the Stewies. 1-0 pitch, looping curveball is hit foul. Got on top of that one. Thompson, though, out in front, pulls it foul, a 1-1 count. So Hayden Thompson stands in here, his 3rd game. Still looking for his first hit of the summer. As he takes high and away. He's not had a ton of at-bats. In fact, this is just his 3rd plate appearance of the summer. 2-1. Down the middle for a strike. Hayden Thompson out of Bandon High School. heading to Lassen Community College. The 2-2. Breaking ball, hits through and gets into left field. Grounder through the left side. Second time the Docs have done that here today. It was Logan Anderson with the first one back in the first inning. This time a one-out single, and there is the first hit of the summer for Hayden Thompson.
Top of the order.
So Thompson, the 9-hitter, gets on base. Honestly didn't notice if that was Thompson in the outfield in the last half inning defensively for the Docs. The ball belted right back up the middle, a laser to center field. Thompson has to race to second base as it gets out to Travis Hale in center quickly. Paxton Burke will have his first hit in the game. That's now 3 hits in the tournament for him. And he'll have back-to-back singles now for the Docs. That ball got to Hale in center field quickly, and Thompson had to race to second base. He could have been forced out there. He does get there in the nick of time. So back-to-back singles for the Docs, and maybe a little bit of activity brewing for the Stewies. This top of the order has been productive throughout the summer, especially as of late, but here in the tournament so far, not a lot, especially for Soper and Anderson, who have been good at the plate. And Soper will take outside ball 1. In fact, Reagan Soper was hitting close to 500 for a good portion of the season. And the last game was the first game he went without a hit this year. He had a 9-game hit streak coming into this one. The 2-0 pitch is high and away, 3-0 count. Okay, I just now am realizing, because I felt like that was not right for Hayden Thompson. Thompson has definitely had a hit. My sheet was not updated. That's my problem there. Some of my numbers weren't looking quite right. As a pitch on the inside corner, a 2-1 count. So for Hayden Thompson, that's his 4th hit of the summer. He was batting .214 coming into it. It's his 10th game played. That felt like something was off there for a minute. I've got it refreshed now. The 3-1. Soper, he's got a base hit. Gets one through that left side. Up to third base will go Thompson, and the Doc Stewarts have the bases loaded with 1 out. They've had a couple of ground balls through the left side and a laser beam to center field by Paxton Burke, and they've got momentum going. First hit in the tournament for Soper, and that will mean that he's had a hit in every game except for 1 now this season, and that 1 was the last game for the Docs. Going to have to give you some updated numbers on Tegan Sprague, the pitcher, when he comes back out, because I had those numbers wrong on my sheet. Up to bat will be Logan Anderson. He's the team leader in RBI. He'll take the first pitch for strike 1. Anderson with 18 RBI on the summer, leading the team, batting in the 3-hole. He's already 1 for 1 today, looking for his second hit of the day and trying to give the Doc Stewarts a lead for the first time here in Corvallis. The 0-1. Catches the outside corner, check swing. Anderson thought about it, didn't like it, and it tracks on the outside edge. So Anderson wearing red sleeves under the black jersey tops here today, as the Docs are the visiting team. They go with the black tops. Anderson will stand back in an 0-2 count against Achilles Garcia. Foul off the pitch. Dribbler down the first base side. Stays an 0-2 for Anderson. Docs as a team came into today's action batting .326. Yesterday was not a bad day at the ballpark. They had 7 hits. They just couldn't get the clutch hit when they needed it. They were right there in that ball game, just couldn't come through with that one clutch hit. And they're looking for it here at this time. The 0-2 to Anderson, fouled away again. Docs left runners in scoring position 5 times yesterday. The moments were there, but that unfortunate thing of runners in scoring position, struggling at the plate with that situation. Reared its ugly head again. Not today. Single to right field for Logan Anderson. Drives in 1. A second run coming to the plate. Will score. Docs take a 2-0 lead. Runners move up 90 feet as the ball gets away from first baseman Riley DuBois. The relay throw came in and got away from him. 2 runs will score on the single to right field by Logan Anderson. Anderson comes through on the 0-2 pitch. That single to right field will drive in Hayden Thompson and Paxton Burke.
Number
And
12,
the Doc
Fletcher
Stewarts will
Coleman.
build a 2-0 lead. Anderson ends up at second base after driving in a pair. First pitch, swinging. Oh, throw over to first. Third base gets away. Anderson is going to head home. 2 runs are going to score on this play. And the Doc Stewarts will build a 4-0 lead here in the third. It was Fletcher Coleman at the plate. He grounds out, and that was going to drive in 1 run. Coming in to score was Soper. Anderson goes to third on the play, and then the throw back. They tried to get him off the bag at third base, and the throw across got away. The first baseman's throw gets away, and that allows Anderson to score.
Next up, number 1.
So a lot of
Christian
things
Corvallis.
happening there, and we were coming back from the replay on the video stream. Doc Stewarts have put 4 runs on the board here in the third. First pitch now to Christian Corba with nobody on base and 2 down. He swings but misses on a breaking ball. High and away for Corba, 1-1. So Coleman grounds out but drives in a run on that. And then an error brings in another run. And there's a base hit for Christian Corba. He singles the left field on a line drive shot and keeps things going here in the third as the Docs are starting to figure out Achilles Garcia just a bit. We'll bring up Danner Wirtz. Corba came into today's game batting .365 on the summer, and he will belt one to left field for his first hit of the day. That is the 5th hit in the inning for the Doc Stewarts. Danner's going to hit one out towards shallow right center. Diving attempt. Couldn't come up with it is Ritter. Up to third base will go Corba, and it's a base hit for Danner Wirtz. That one softly hit, but just had enough to get into the outfield out of the reach of Stanley Ritter. Came charging in to try to make the play. Docs have runners on the corners with 2 down. Their 9th hitter to come to the plate will be Tegan Sprague. Doc's aggressive at the plate here, swinging away, and they have started to pile up the runs, looking for a 2-out rally to keep things going. Tegan Sprague, his first at-bat, flew out to center field, takes low and inside, ball 1. 6 hits now here in the third inning for the Docs. They're up to 7 hits total in the ball game. Sprague swings through a fastball for strike 1. So Sprague now with a lead to work with when he heads back out to the mound. But he's looking to try and add even more insurance on there. Tegan Sprague's been hot as of late. He's batting .283. He's really brought up the average. The 1-1 outside, 2 balls and a strike. Tegan Sprague started the season 4 for 31 over the first 10 games, and he actually started 0 for 17 in the first 6 games of the year. Since then, he's gone 13 for 29, batting .448 over the last 9 games, and 6 of those 13 hits were for extra bases. He'll take high and away, a 3-1 count. So starting to find his swing here as the summer has wore on. He's 0 for 1 today, looking for a big hit in a clutch situation once again. With 2 down and runners on the corners, Doc's already 4 runs across here in the third. They lead at 4-0 against the Wet Sox. 3-1 pitch, fouled away, and the count goes full. So with a lead here in the tournament now for the Doc Stewarts, it's their first lead here in Corvallis. It's also going to keep them with the fact that they have not trailed against the Wet Sox this year. There's a ball hit towards left field. It'll get through, and another run will score. RBI single for Tegan Sprague. Rips a low line driver out to left field between short and third. They have really exposed that gap on the left side of the infield here in this ball game. 8th hit in the game for the Docs. Runners at first and second. It's now 5-0 with 2 down. Going to bring in Wade Molitor to run at first base.
And the hitter.
The pitcher getting the courtesy runner. So Mason Young will bat for a second time here in the third inning. Docs have hit through the order, and they've put 5 runs on the board. Mason will take the first pitch for strike one. It'll be his second at-bat in the game, second at-bat here in the third. He started off the inning with a ground out to short. Danner Wirtz out at second. Molitor running at first. Pitches outside, a 1-1 count. So Mason Young probably gave you some inaccurate numbers earlier. He's batting 136 on the summer. This is his 11th game of the year. Takes inside. That ball not off the mark by much. But he takes and is ahead. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1, high, back pick down to second base. It'll get away into center field, but backing up the play is Hale. Danner will stay at second. It's a 3-1 count at the plate for Mason Young. If the Docs can hang on to a victory here, you would have the Docs and the Baseballism Wet Sox tied at 1-1 in tournament play. We'll wait to see what happens with mound time against the Bears later on today. The 3-1. Popped up right side. Looks playable for Stanley Ritter in right field. He will make the catch, and that will finish off the inning. Mason Young has the unfortunate distinction of being the first and last out here in the third. But the Doc Stewarts will be happy as they go to the dugout as they score 5 runs here in the top of the third, and we'll have a lead as we go to the bottom of the third inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Coupon for something down in our concession stand.
Tegan Sprague on the mound as he's now got a 5-0 lead to protect. Let's get you the accurate numbers here on Tegan Sprague. This is his 4th start of the summer. 11 2/3 innings. He's got a 1-1 win-loss record, and the ERA is down to 4.2. I thought he had worked it down a little bit, so I was surprised to see it over 7 when I had first told you. So it has come down a bit. He's had 13 strikeouts and 7 walks starting the game today. He has walked 1 with no strikeouts so far against the Wet Sox. Top of the order up for the Hillsboro Baseballism Wet Sox. The first pitch outside, ball 1. To Camden Gager, who flew out to right field in his first at-bat. A 1-0 pitch, grounded left side. It'll be a backhand play by Paxton Burke. Was going to be a tough play across the diamond. A base hit for Gager to start things off here in this third inning as the Wet Sox look to try and rally back. So you've got one on
Dexter Olson
with nobody out. Sprague will face Dexter Olson, who has a hit in the ballgame so far, a soft liner out towards right field. He'll hit one opposite field again, well foul this time around. So the Doc Stewarts, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Wet Sox. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame so far. The 0-1 pitch for Olson instead of pickoff throw to first. Hey, today's game has been brought to you by Dr. Lance and Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Call 541-378-6694 or visit drrandall.com. The 0-1 Sprague takes his time, and time is called as he went right into his motion. Dexter Olson got the call from the umpire just in the nick of time. The 0-1. Hit towards right field, and another one opposite field for the two-hitter Olsen. Fletcher Coleman got up and got to the ball quickly. Olsen will be on with his second single in the ball game. He sprayed it both to right field. But Coleman in right field does a nice job of coming in to get to that baseball quickly. And that does not allow Gager to get more than just to second base. Ball opposite field like that, a lot of times the runner from first thinking he can get all the way to the third. Zadok Bowlby will bat. A left-handed hitting DH. First pitch, he'll spray one opposite field, foul towards the Doc Stewart's bullpen on the left field side. 0-1 count to start here for Bowlby. Today's game also sponsored by Waldron's Outdoor Sports, your locally owned hunting, fishing, and outdoor sports headquarters. Check out their new location on Northeast Stevens in Roseburg. High and away, 1-1. So the Red Sox trying to rally back after trailing 5-0. They've got something brewing here in the third inning as they go through the order for a second time. 2 runners on, nobody out, a 1-1 pitch for Sprague. And he will step off. Not comfortable with the decision on the 1-1 from the catcher, Mason Young. Coach A.J. Doolittle in the dugout calling the pitch selection for the Doc Stewarts. The 1-1 delivery for Sprague. Grounder back to the mound. It is fielded by Sprague. He'll throw to second base. Stretch to get it, and they will call him out at second. Paxton Burke does a nice job of impersonating a first baseman. The shortstop stays on the bag. And there's one away. They get the middle runner. Up to third base goes Gager. Bowlby will be on with a fielder's choice. That is now twice that Bowlby has hit back to the mound. And the last time, you might remember, the comebacker to Sprague, Paxton Burke was wanting Sprague to throw it to second base. This time he knocked it down, and it took him a second to get to the ball. There's a ground ball up the middle. Burke will have it, have a chance at 2. Soper will send it over to first. It's a double play off the bat of Riley Du Bois that'll keep the Doc Stewarts in the lead 5-0. That'll go down 6-4-3. Burke got it quickly to Soper. They get it back over to first. And Danner Wirtz there to complete the twin killing. So the Doc Stewarts, some good defense behind Tegan Sprague here in the bottom of the third. They get this one over with here in the third inning and keep it a 5-0 lead for the Doc Stewarts. We'll head to the top of the fourth here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Fourth inning here in Corvallis. It's still Achilles Garcia on the mound for the Red Sox. The ball is popped up foul back behind home on a bunt attempt for Hayden Thompson. Thompson came in as a pinch hitter in the third inning for Quinn Gaylor, who never got a chance to bat here in this one and now has taken over in left field defensively. The 0-1 pitch, Thompson, it's in the dirt, 1-1 count. So we'll have to inquire after the game on the situation with Quinn. Hopefully nothing serious for him. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed by Thompson. Hayden had a base hit and eventually came around to score the first run of the game for the Doc Stewarts. It's got a 1-2 count here. And he'll take strike 3. Garcia will get a strikeout. That's his first in the ball game. 1 away. Docs hit through the order in the 3rd inning, sent 10 hitters to the plate.
Number 7,
Paxton Burke will come up for a 3rd time. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Garcia out of his windup, delivers. Burke will foul it away over the right side. Had a nice long talk with Paxton's dad, Jamie Burke, before the game. Jamie was telling me that he's had some fun regaling in his memories of being here in Corvallis, visiting some of his old stomping grounds. He was telling me he went by his old house, a duplex that he lived in when he was here in Corvallis as a player. And has gone around campus a bit as well as a pitch outside. 3-1 count here for Paxton. Kind of fun to talk about Jamie as he relives some memories of his golden days, his glory days. 3-1 here to Burke. Paxton will lift it down the left field side. It'll hook foul, and he'll have a full count with 1 out, nobody on base here in the 4th inning. But you really want to see Jamie's eyes light up. Talk to him about Paxton Burke and his baseball playing days. And boy, is he proud of what Paxton has done out there on the field. It was great to get a chance to sit down once again with Paxton. I've talked to him plenty throughout this school year, but nice to sit down and have a longer chat with him. And that was our pregame interview today. As he hits one towards left field, that ball will get down. It will roll. It'll be picked up by Dexter Olson in left field. Takes a second to get it back in, and that's an easy double for Paxton Burke, who is definitely putting together a good tournament run here. A double, that's his 4th hit in the tourney. Now, I don't know what anybody else has done here in the tournament, but they do award things like best hitter in the tourney and things like that. They hand out some of those awards on the final day. And
now batting number 3,
Paxton might be putting himself in contention for that possible award there. A 1-out double for the Doc Stewarts, leading 5-0 here in the 4th inning. Reagan Soper at the plate will take low for ball 1. So good to see that Reagan gets back on the hit train. He had a 9-game hit streak. Again, he can only play in the non-league games. Had a 9-game hit streak going until he was held hitless yesterday against Mound Time. He'll take low and inside, a 2-0 count. So nice to see that the youngster out of Umpqua Community College redshirted this year with the Riverhawks out of New Zealand. Soper hitting well here in the summer. 447 is average coming into today's action. Takes outside, a 3-0 count. He is 1 for 2 today. Last time up, a single through the left side. His first at-bat, a soft liner up the middle. That was caught on a diving attempt by the second baseman, David Trejo. 3-0 pitch. Catches the strike zone up underneath the elbows. 3-1 count. Reagan has 12 RBI on the year. He's got a chance with Paxton Burke out at second base. Has a chance to try and add to that. The 3-1. There goes the runner. Ground ball left side. It'll be the shortstop up with it. Throw across to first. Will be there in time to get Soper, who does have good speed. But the hit and run on. Docs get a man to third base with 2 down. Burke moving up 90 feet.
Next batter is number 4, Logan Anderson.
Brings up Logan Anderson, who is 2 for 2 on the day. Anderson with a base hit that drove in yeah, 2 runs back in the 3rd inning. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Top of the order starting to get back to their normal ways here for the Doc Stewarts. The 1-0 hits the outside corner for a strike. Here in Corvallis, first game of day 2. We'll run through the schedule with you here as we make our way through the ball game. The 1-1 from Garcia almost takes off his head out towards center field. The look on his face is that he gets back up crouching out of the way of that one. A laser by Anderson for his 3rd hit in the game. Drives in another run, and the Doc Stewarts lead it 6-0. That ball nearly decapitated Achilles Garcia. That was an absolute laser beam by Logan Anderson. Scores Paxton Burke. Now Fletcher Coleman up to bat. He'll hit one hard towards right field. It gets in for a base hit, and Fletcher is on as the Doc Stewarts. The runner out at third. They will not get to add any more to their lead. Anderson tried to take 2 bases on the single to right field. He is thrown out going to third base. So the Doc Stewarts get one here in the top of the 4th inning. The bats are coming alive, though, as Fletcher Coleman a base hit to finish it out. A base runner caught going to third base for the Stewies to finish off the frame. Go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 6-0. Docs in front of the Baseballism Wet Sox here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Tegan Sprague with a 6-run lead to try and protect. He will face Travis Hale, who walked his first time up. The 1-0 pitch from Sprague is low, a 2-0 count. Today's ball game brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson and Company, member SIPC. 2-0, high and inside, and Hale, who walked in the 2nd inning, is out to a comfortable 3-0 count here to start things in the 4th inning. He was the leadoff man in the 2nd as well and started with that walk. He'll take a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hale got on base and eventually ended up at 2nd, but that's where he was left stranded. Docs have pitched around some runners on base for the Wet Sox in this one. 3-1 is fouled away. The count will go full for Travis Hale. Doc's got a double play with a man at third in the 3rd inning, knocking down the scoring opportunity for the Wet Sox to keep them scoreless. 3-2 pitch, battled his way back, a pop fly, first base side. Danner Wirtz calling for it. The first baseman makes the catch coming down the line as the runner goes by him. Danner keeps his focus and is able to squeeze that one in the leather, 1 away. That'll bring up David Hoskins, the catcher. He had a base hit to left field in his first at-bat. Today's game brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. First pitch, popped up, right side. This will carry a bit further out towards Fletcher Coleman, and Coleman lost it. Christian Corba called him on. I don't know. I'm assuming that Coleman lost it and Corba was the one that had to try and make the play. The only other thought that I had is maybe that Corba thought that ball was not going to travel that far to right field and he kept calling off Coleman. But my guess is that Fletcher lost it looking up into the sun here. He's in the sun field once again. That's how it is at home at Champion Car Wash Field, and it is the case again here. First pitch swinging, a ball hit out to right field, a base hit. Coleman this time will get it and sends it back in quickly. So Hoskins has his 2nd hit in the tournament on a sun ball to right field. He ends up now at 2nd base as Stanley Ritter gets a hit in his 2nd at-bat. He's now 1 for 2. And you've got runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 away for the Wet Sox. Cole Thomas will bat. He popped out to the catcher in his first at-bat. Sprague delivers, and it hits the batter to load him up. Well, it looked like the Docs were cruising here in the 4th. That fly ball out to right field looked like it was easily going to be the 2nd out of the frame. Drops as the ball got lost in the sun. It drops for a base hit. And now you've had another single and a hit by pitch, and the bases are suddenly loaded, putting this 6-0 lead in a bit shaky situation here. Time called to visit out to the mound for pitching coach A.J. Doolittle. While we've got a break in the action, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on the Score. Coming up the rest of the day here in Corvallis, Mountain Time is taking on the Michaels Toyota Bears at 1 o'clock this afternoon. That's the other game in our division here in the tournament, so that'll be an interesting one to see the result of. The first pitch after the visit to the mound is fouled away by David Trejo, the second baseman. Trejo, a comebacker to the mound in the second inning that was snagged by Sprague for the final out. The 0-1 pitch to the 9-hitter, and it hits him to bring in a run. So Tegan Sprague, not sure if he's fatiguing a bit here, maybe hitting a bit of a wall, but he is being back-to-back batters, and it'll get the Red Sox their first run of the game. Still just one out in the top of their order. Next coming up.
Number 9, Camden Gager.
Camden Gager will stand in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Sprague will take a deep breath and delivers home. That ball hit opposite field, will get down, and that's going to bring in multiple runs here. Coleman will get it. He'll fire into second base. No, fires into Wirtz. The throw home will not be in time. And 2 runs will score on the single by Gager. And don't look now, but the Baseballism Red Sox have themselves in a spot to get back in this ball game. They have scored 3 runs
number 11,
here in the 4th inning. Still just 1 out. They've got runners on the corners. 6-3, they've cut the deficit in half. Brings up Dexter Olson. Docs won the first meeting 6-4, kind of in that territory once again. Here in the bottom of the 4th, Dexter Olson is 2 for 2 in this game. He squares to bunt, puts it down, fielded by Sprague. Throw to the plate, the tag down, out at home. David Trejo tries to score, and they get him out. Nice job by Sprague to come off the mound, get it to Mason Young, who fields it and is able to get the tag down with 2 hands hanging onto the baseball. He gets the tag down in time.
The next batter is number 17, Zadek Bowlby.
So the out at home, Doc Stewart's get the second out, keep it a 3-run lead. Runners at first and second on the fielder's choice for Olson. That brings up Bowlby, the DH. He's 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. Hits one up the middle. Right in the right spot is Paxton Burke, who will take it to the bag himself. And that will finish off the inning. Another fielder's choice for Bowlby. As he hits one up the middle, they get Dexter Olson at second base. On the grounder to Paxton Burke. 8 hitters come to the plate for the Red Sox. They score 3 runs. It's a 6-3 lead for the Docs as we head to the top of the 5th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Left on base.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
For Achilles Garcia is number 18, Landon Berger.
Well, this ball game a little bit closer now after 3 runs there in the 4th inning. We get a pitching change here for the Baseballism Red Sox. Taking over on the bump is going to be, well, let's see here. Who do we have as number 18?
Roseburg is number 1.
Let's see here. It's not one I have on any of my rosters. So I'm sure I've got it on the lineup card. Landon Berger will take over on the bump. And his first pitch is in for a strike as he will face Christian Corba. Corba, Wirtz, and Sprague due up here in the 5th inning. Doc's leading by 3. Corba flies one. It's going to be playable for the first baseman, Dubois. He will make the catch right next to the bag in fair territory. 1 away. So Achilles Garcia is done. He goes 4 innings.
Next up, number 23.
And now it is Landon Berger. The first pitch now to Danner Wirtz is high and away. Ball 1. Let's see here. Did I have Berger on my roster and he's just wearing a different number? No, I don't see him. So I don't have any information about this young man. As a check swing on appeal down at first base, they'll say that Wirtz goes around for strike 1. Berger is a right-hander. Spins a breaking ball in for his third pitch to Danner Wirtz. He fouls it off the end of the bat out in front of that one. And Danner is behind a ball and 2 strikes. We'll get you some numbers on Achilles Garcia. The 1-2 pitch is low. Evens up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see here. And on the program roster, yeah, they don't have Berger in there either. So kind of like Ty Hellenthal yesterday for us. We didn't have him on our printed roster as well. As a ball hit well out towards center field by Wirtz. That ball going back. It's at the wall. It'll hit at the base of the wall in dead center field. And Danner gets a hold of one. Been waiting to see him really get going with the bat. It seems like it's been a bit of a tough sophomore season for him at the plate. Trying to figure some things out. It feels like it's been more the mental side of the game for Danner at the plate, trying to just figure out his swing a bit, and he really barreled that one up. It's a double to deep center field for Danner. And he's in scoring position with 1 away for the Doc Stewarts. Now, there's been good moments for him, but it seems like it's been just he's thinking a lot at the plate, not necessarily just swinging. And so Danner trying to continue to see some stronger strokes at the plate, and that was a big one there over the head of Travis Hale in deep center field. Tegan Sprague will take low and outside, ball 1. Sprague is 1 for 2 today with an RBI single back in the 3rd inning. So Garcia goes 4 innings in this matchup. He'll be on the hook for the loss unless the score changes in favor of the Red Sox. 1-0 pitch here for Sprague. Taps that one, and it will end up foul for strike 1. Went off the plate. If it had hit the plate and sprung forward, it could have been a fair ball, and it might have been an easy out for the Red Sox. Instead, it hit, spun backwards. The umpire watching it closely, waiting for anybody to react to it. Ends up trickling back behind him, kicked off the shin guard for the catcher. 1-1 count. Sprague swings and misses through a breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 1 out and a man out at second base. Danner Wirtz out there after the 1-out single. At the plate, Tegan Sprague trying to help his own cause. He'll hit one in the air right side. Danner will tag up. That ball not very deep, and we've already seen Stanley Ritter throw somebody out at third base. That ended things in the 4th inning. Danner did not get off the bag much, and Ritter rifles it back to second base to check on the runner. So Sprague will fly out to right field,
Number 2,
and it'll bring up the catcher, Mason Young. Mason on the day, 0 for 2. Last time up, he flew out to right field. First pitch from Berger. A breaking ball that misses high, 1-0 count. Docs are in front, 6-3. We're here in the top of the 5th inning on the second day of the Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament. Inside. Mason will slide his toes back, out of the way. Two balls and no strikes. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. Throw on the run by Gager. He's played pretty clean over there at short, and he makes the final out on a ground ball from Mason Young. That will finish things here in the sixth. Doc Stewart's unable to do anything with a one-out double by Danner Words. They still lead this one 6-3 as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. The Baseballism Wet Sox will have their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up when we return here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Tegan Sprague continues to throw for the Doc Stewarts as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Later stages here in today's ball game. This one brought to you by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. First pitch for Sprague, in for a called strike one as he faces Riley Du Bois, who is 0 for 2. Last time up, grounded into an inning double play. Breaking ball slices through the zone for strike two. 0-2 count. Grounder hit hard left side, backhanded by Burke. He knocked it down. Throw across the diamond will be late. And on safely is Riley Du Bois. And we're going to mark that down as an error according to the official scorer here. Tough call there on a ball that Burke went a long way to get to. Be the first misplay of the game for the Docs. Travis Hale 0 for 1 in the game. Squares the bunt, puts it down third base side. Nice bunt. Sprague, quick throw to first, gets it there in the nick of time. Sack bunt for Hale. One away. Tegan, a nice job coming off the mound to get to that baseball and get at least one out of the situation.
David Hoskins.
Man up to second base with one out. David Hoskins will stand in. He's 2 for 2 in the game. Bottom of the order's done some damage. They got some help with a couple of hit-by pitches back in the fourth inning. But Hoskins has earned his way on both times. Takes high for ball one. Sponsoring Docs Baseball this summer on the Score, Gibbs RV Superstore. You got to get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. The 1-0. Low and outside, 2-0 count. Out at second base, Riley Du Bois got a good secondary jump on that one as he was watching closely to see if it would get by Mason Young, who did a nice job of scooping that one up and not letting it get to the backstop. 2-0 count for Hoskins, the catcher for the Wet Sox. Right-handed batter stands in, waits on the 2-0 pitch. Hits this one down the right field side. It will go foul for strike one. Last time up, Hoskins had a ball that was hit into the sun out towards right field. Looked like it was going to be the second out in the fourth inning, and the Docs were going to have 2 outs with nobody on base against the Wet Sox. but it got lost in the sun for Fletcher Coleman out in right field. Hoskins got on, and it was the start of a rally for the Wet Sox. The 2-1 pitch fouled back off the hands, 2-2. So Hoskins was able to get on with that sun ball to right field. And then Stanley Ritter, who's on deck, followed with a single to right field, then hit batter, and that started the scoring for the Baseballism Wet Sox. Camden Gager would drive in a couple more, making it 3 runs in the 4th inning for the Hillsboro squad. 2-2 pitch. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Close on the inside corner, close to the strike zone, close to almost clipping David Hoskins, who is hugging the inside edge of the batter's box. Did not give any sort of space on that inside pitch. He's back in to the box, same spot, right on the inside corner with a 3-2 count. And Sprague will step off. Docs yesterday threw Ty Hellenthal all 7 innings. They have not gone to the bullpen yet today as well, into the 5th inning for Sprague. We'll see if they, I can't see their bullpen from here, so not sure if they have anybody warming up. Pitch is low, ball 4, and up to third base is going to go Riley DuBois. DuBois getting to third base as that one off the turf got away just a hair for Mason Young. That puts runners on the corners with 1 out.
Moving
Stanley
into
Ritter
batter's
coming up
box
the
for
bat.
The Wet Sox, number 8, Stanley Ritter.
Ritter will have an opportunity here to try and help cut down the deficit just a hair more. A 3-run lead for the Doc Stewarts. They were on top 6-0 before the Wet Sox got on the board with 3 runs in the 4th. Sprague looking for his 2nd win of the season. Trying to get the Docs their first win here in the tournament. First pitch low, ball 1 to Stanley Ritter. Stanley Ritter out of Hillsboro High School, class of 2027. A senior next year for the Spartans. 1-0 count. Docs looking for a ground ball to try and get another inning-ending double play. It's low. Runner takes off for second. The pitch was low. Mason Young took a second to gather it in. And that will allow Hoskins to take second. Might be a courtesy runner for him out there. That is Jadon Den running once again for Hoskins, the catcher. 2-0 count. You've got 2 runners in scoring position now for the Wet Sox. Pitch is high from Sprague. He falls behind 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes, and Logan Anderson's going to head over to the mound to have a quick conversation with Tegan Sprague here, the former teammates at Umpqua Valley Christian. Logan graduating in 2025, just coming back from his first year at Southwestern Oregon Community College. Logan maybe giving Sprague a moment to take a deep breath. Starting to get a bit warmer out there. The sun has been coming down. It's a nice day here at the ballpark. But Sprague may be feeling the conditions a little bit as he's getting into the later stages of this one. 3-0 delivery. He's able to work it across for a strike. A 3-1 count. Grounder towards third. It's picked up by Anderson. Throw goes home, and they will tag out the runner at home. Nice job by Logan Anderson to deliver a strike to Mason Young at the plate. They get Riley DuBois trying to slide in feet first, and the Doc Stewarts cut down another runner at the plate.
Now batting number 24.
That'll be the second
Cole
out
Thomas.
here in the 5th inning for the Wet Sox. Holding at second base was Jadon Den. Stanley Ritter on with a fielder's choice at first. 2 down, runners at first and second. First pitch swinging away. That ball fouled backing up over the backstop for strike 1 to Cole Thomas. So once again, some defense coming up for the Doc Stewarts to help keep this 3-run lead intact. Sprague with the 0-1 delivery to Thomas, who was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Breaking ball slices through. All Thomas can do is watch it for strike 2. 0-2 count. Sprague trying to get through the 5th inning. He misses high and away, and a nice job by Young to get to that pitch, holding the runners at first and second. Today's game sponsored by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 out and 2 on. The White Sox trailing by 3. Sprague will step off. This was a prime scoring opportunity for him here, but they have had their second runner thrown out at home. At the plate right now, Cole Thomas has been waiting for the next pitch, the 1-2. Breaking ball up the middle will get into center field. Up with it is Corba. He will not try to throw home. A run will score on the 2-out single by Cole Thomas. So he delivers in the clutch there. Den scores from second base, running for David Hoskins. Stanley Ritter goes to second. And with 2 outs, we're going to have a visit out to the mound. And Coach Cody Walton out there, I think this might be the end of the line for Tegan Sprague on the mound. Sprague will shake hands with his teammates. Doc Stewart will go to the bullpen. Logan Shipman's going to come in and try to finish off this 5th inning and keep the Docs in front. It's a 2-run lead. It's gotten close once again. 6-4, our score here in the 5th inning. We'll take a 1-minute timeout for the pitching change on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Both teams have gone to the bullpen, and for the Doc Stewarts, it will be Logan Shipman that takes over on the mound. Welcoming you back here to Corvallis at Hansen Stadium at Taylor Field. Logan Shipman will come in. He is making his 5th appearance on the summer. He's thrown 8 innings. Currently has an 0-1 record, 4.38 ERA, 5 strikeouts, 8 walks, and 1 hit batter so far in his time on the mound. He'll come in looking to try and get the final out here in the 5th inning and keep a 2-run lead intact. 1 run in so far for the White Sox. They will have runners at first and second with 2 away, and their 9-hitter David Trejo up to bat. So the Doc Stewarts clinging to their lead. They were up 6-0, but they've allowed the White Sox to find their way back into this one. Beautiful day here in Corvallis. Rumors that the team is going to do some putt-putt mini golf after today's game. We'll see how that goes.
Into the batter's box for the White Sox.
Today's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Trejo is up to bat. He will be the first man to face Logan Shipman, the right-hander on the mound. First pitch. Shipman gets a ground ball dribbler third base side. It will be foul. As charging in, Logan Anderson makes sure that ball does not have a chance to get back into fair territory. Shipman needs just 1 out to get things over with here in the 5th inning. His 0-1 pitch in for a called strike at the bottom of the zone. He's got an 0-2 count here against the 9-hitter. Trejo grounds one back to the mound. It goes over. It'll be a collision between the runner and the second baseman, Reagan Soper. It'll be runner interference, and the final out will be recorded. Reagan Soper colliding with Cole Thomas as he was going first to second. That collision will result in the final out. There is a conversation. And there's some fireworks going on down the third base side for the different coaches here. Got Cody Walton out there having a conversation with the Baseballism coach, and some fireworks going on here between the two sides. We'll go ahead and take a break. Come back after a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Things got a little chippy there at the end of the fifth inning. Doc Stewart's hanging on to a 6-4 lead as we start the sixth inning. It'll be Thompson, Burke, and Soper due up for the Doc Stewarts, leading this one by a pair. First pitch is low, ball one. Hayden Thompson,
14, Hayden Thompson is a ball.
Facing off against Landon Berger, the reliever on the mound for the Wet Sox. Berger will miss inside with his breaking ball, a 2-0 count. The bottom of the fifth inning there came to an end as Reagan Soper came in to try and field a ground ball at him, a routine ground ball to the second baseman, as there's a similar ball, hard hit at the second baseman, bobbled by Trejo. The throw to first will be there just in time to get Hayden Thompson one away. Thompson, nice job running hard out of the box, but couldn't beat it out despite the bobble at second base for Trejo. One away.
Number 7,
Paxton Burke will bat. He's 2 for 3 with a double his last time up. He'll bat left-handed for the first time in the tournament, now facing a right-handed pitcher. Breaking ball in for strike one for Burke. So that ground ball to second base, the runner, Cole Thomas, a collision with Reagan Soper. It's a ground ball towards the right side. Burke down the line will try to beat it out. It'll go under the glove for Trejo. Came charging in to try and make the play. And it just, he short-armed it. Goes right off the end of the leather, and on with an error is Paxton Burke. So you got a man on at first. Second error in the game for the Wet Sox. And it'll bring up Reagan Soper, who was involved in that play that ended things in the fifth and led to some fireworks between the coaches. The umpire trying to get in the middle of it as they pick off to first. Burke back in safely. Reagan Soper's not a big guy and kind of got hit and went flying as he takes a pitch high and inside. Got spun around out there, lost his shades that went flying off his face. Seems to be all right from the end of the play, and seemed to be no ill effect from the two players involved. There's a pitch high and inside. Cole Thomas and Reagan Soper got together at the end of it, it looked like, and kind of patted each other on the shoulders and went their separate ways. But the coaches had some words to say about the way things ended there. I don't know exactly what everyone's complaints were about, but there were definitely some complaints. There's a throw down to first base on the back pick effort. Behind the plate, Hoskins fires down to Du Bois, but not in time as Burke back in safely. It's a 3-0 count here for Reagan Soper. He's 1 for 3 in the game. Last time up, grounded out to short. He'll take a 3-0 pitch for a strike, watching all the way. Day 2 of the Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament here in Corvallis. Docs trying to notch their first win. Lost yesterday, snapped a 5-game winning streak for the Stewies. There's a sharp hit line drive. That could be 2. Double play at first. And the Doc Stewarts, some fireworks from the first baseman. Riley DuBois signals apparently there might have been some talking going on. Things getting chippy between the two sides here. Paxton Burks doubled off at first on a sharp line drive by Reagan Soper to the second baseman Trejo, who got it to DuBois at first for the double play to finish things here in the 6th. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 6-4 lead for the Docs here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community. Our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Heading to the bottom of the 6th, tight one here between the Docs and the Baseballism Wet Sox. 6-4 our score. Today's game is brought to you by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse, offering a general grocery selection. Plus, you've got baked goods and fresh produce. Check them out. It's McClendon Smokehouse on West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. Logan Shipman on the mound will miss high and inside, ball 1. As he will face the top of the order here for the Wet Sox. Camden Gager 2 for 3 in the game. Last time had a 2-run single to right field. He's gone left field, right field so far. A 1-0 pitch from Shipman. Misses high, 2-0 count. Well, the Baseballism coach stopped by the Docs dugout on his way over to the third base side and had a conversation with, I believe, with Coach Cody Walton, from what I could see from up here. And didn't seem like there was any more fireworks from there, so maybe trying to make the piece. There's a pitch inside, 3-0 count. Leaning out of the way was Gager. That one buzzing the tower. Definitely has gotten a bit chippy out there from both sides. That double play to end things in the top of the 6th. Saw some spatting going back and forth between the Docs and the Wet Sox. 3-0 delivery here from Shipman is in for a strike despite Camden Gager's best efforts to draw a walk. Gager will come back to the plate. 3-1 here in the 6th inning. Logan Shipman trying to keep it a 2-run lead for the Stewies. Winds and fires. Ooh, does not get the call on the 3-1 pitch. So this time, Gager will be able to draw the walk. Heads on down to first for a 3rd time in the ball game.
Number 11, Dexter Olson.
Dexter Olson is 2 for 3. Got on in his last at-bat, but I didn't write it down. I was in the middle of some things. Ground ball up the middle. Burke will step on second, whips it over to first base. And there's a double play. Dexter Olson will ground into. Burke seemed like that one was a little bit of some justification, some retribution, after he got doubled off, and there were some sparks after that happened at first base, so he turns a 2 there. Clears the bases, 2 away for Shipman, and it'll be Zedek Bowlby, the DH. First pitch swinging fouled back for strike 1. Bowlby 0 for 3 in the game, has reached twice on fielder's choices. The left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher. High and away, 1-1. Second game, we didn't run through the full schedule of today, but second game coming up is going to be another one in this division in the tournament standings. As a ground ball to second base, Reagan Soper, routine grounder to him, and that's a nice 1-2-3 inning for Logan Shipman and the Doc Stewarts. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We head to the seventh. Doc Stewart's looking to add some insurance on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
As I'm sure you know by now,
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
leading off, number 4, Logan Anderson for Roseburg.
Top of the seventh inning for the Doc Stewarts, trying to add to their lead and stretch it back out again. Logan Anderson takes the first pitch from Landon Berger in for a strike. Berger, 0-1 pitch, fouled away by Anderson. Kind of a soft tosser that has a little bit of movement to it. Trying to keep the Docs off balance at the plate. Anderson is 3 for 3 in this ball game. Takes outside, a 1-2 count. Today's contest sponsored by Flyway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call them at 541-672-5701. 1-2 pitch to Anderson. There is his fourth hit in the game. Anderson went hitless yesterday. Now it gets by. That'll be a single and an error for the center fielder, Travis Hale. And the Doc Stewarts have a runner at second base. Anderson 4 singles here in the ball game after going hitless yesterday.
Number 12, Fletcher
and
Coleman.
now he's into second base. Docs with a man in scoring position, nobody out to start the seventh inning. Fletcher Coleman will bat. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Docs trying to put an exclamation point on the end of this one as they look to get their first win in the tourney. Leading 6-4. That was the final score the first time these two teams met. And sitting on a breaking ball, Coleman will lift this one to right field. Out in right field, Stanley Ritter will make the catch. One away. Coleman had the right idea, sat on the breaking ball, just got underneath it a bit too much. Couldn't quite barrel it up.
Next up for Doc Stewarts, number 1, Christian Corba.
Christian Corba, 1 for 3 in the game. Scored a run back in the third inning. Looking to try and hit something solid here. Last time popped out to the first baseman on the infield. Logan Anderson out at second base. Breaking ball high, throw down to second. One hop to the shortstop, nowhere close to the bag. 1-0 count for Corba. So we've got the Michaels Toyota Bears coming up next against the Mound Time team. Mound Time 1-0 in the tournament. The Bears are 0-1. Those are two teams in the Doc Stewart's bracket in the tournament here. It's a 1-0 pitch. Misses high, 2-0 count for Corba. Then coming up in the 4 o'clock game, it's the Grants Pass Cavemen, who are 1-0, against the Wasilla Road Warriors, who are 0-1. And then the day wraps up with the Corvallis Skirting Builders Marketmen taking on the Midcoast Dungeons in the 7 o'clock game. Ground ball through the right side for Corba into right field. Anderson will easily score as an error in right field for Ritter, and Corba's into second, standing up. It's 7-4, Docs in front. That was going to score the run, give Corba the RBI. And then he advances to second base on the fielding error in right field. Grounder through the right side, going opposite field. Corba, his second hit in the game, drives in the 7th run for the Doc Stewarts. Up by 3. And with 1 out, first pitch, strike 1 to Danner Wirtz, who had a double in the 5th inning, facing Landon Berger. Wirtz is now 2 for 3 in this ball game. He's looking to try and drive in Corba, his classmate from Roseburg High School. Pickoff throw goes errant at second base. Corba heading for third. The throw to third base, high, and gets away, but it will not get away enough. Corba in at third base, and the Docs are loving every minute of it. And this one got chippy, and out on the field, the Wet Sox have started to make some misplays. And the Doc Stewarts are feasting on it. The dugout has been boisterous down there as they look to try and get that win. An 0-1 count now with a man at third base for the Doc Stewarts. Breaking ball in for a strike to Wirtz. That'll be an error on the pitcher on the pickoff throw to second base that gets Corba to third. 0-2. Line drive shot. Pickoff throw to third base. Did he hang on to it? Double play. Unlucky once again for the Docs. A line drive shot to the shortstop, Gager, who has had a great game at short. He catches that one off the barrel of Danner Wirtz, and then Corba tried to get back to third, but not in time, as they will double him off there. Unlucky for the Docs, but they add an insurance run, and they lead it 7-4 as we go to the bottom of the third here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Red Sox errors, and there were no
This broadcast of Doc Stewart's Baseball is brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Want to say thanks to Roseburg Disposal, our pregame show sponsor. Let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. And Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Doc Stewart's leading by 3, need 3 outs to secure the win. Logan Shipman will try to get it, and he misses inside ball 1 to start things off here in the 7th. It'll be Du Bois, Hale, and Hoskins due up for the Wet Sox. The 1-0 pitch here from Shipman. Over the plate, but must have missed just a bit low. A 2-0 count. We want to send out a happy birthday to former Doc Stewart's head coach, Scott Shaver. Took him to the World Series back in 2010. It's a ground ball towards third base. Bobbled a bit by Anderson. Gets back to it. Throws over to Wirtz with plenty of time. Nice job to stick with it there for Logan at third base. He gets Du Bois for out number 1. Happy birthday to Scott. Miss seeing him around at the ballpark. Hope things are going well for him. He was the head coach when I took over the role as a broadcaster for the Doc Stewarts here back in 2012. Got to spend a lot of summer nights with Coach Shaver through the years there, and hope that things are going well for Coach. Scott Shaver celebrating the birthday here today. Wish him a happy birthday.
Number 10, Travis Hale.
Travis Hale will dig in with 1 out, nobody on base. Hale is 0 for 1 in the game, a walk and a sac bunt. Takes inside for ball 1. Hale had 2 hits against the Docs back on June 18th when the Docs won 6-4 at Champion Car Wash Field. A 1-0 delivery. High for a 2-0 count. If the Docs can get the win here, they'll be 1-1 in tournament play. So would the Wet Sox. And then we wait to see what happens in the next game to see where the standings shake out. 2-0 pitch. Off speed from Shipman goes behind the batter. 3-0 count. Docs with a 3-run lead. So out on the mound, Shipman needs to fire a strike here. You don't want to give up a walk to put a runner on base. You can't give them the extra opportunities to try and get back in this one. The 3-0 pitch. Oof, man, the strike zone has been tight. But it has been throughout the ball game, so no complaints on that. It's just it has been tight. A walk issued by to Hale, his second in the game. Second walk for Logan Shipman.
Moving into the batter's box for the Wet Sox.
So that'll put a runner on at first with one away. David Hoskins. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a walk. Shipman will deliver, and the first pitch is fouled back for strike one. Hoskins aggressive early on. Hey, stay with us in the post-game show. We'll have your Champion Car Wash Player of the Game. Make your car or truck shine like today's Player of the Game. Visit Champion Car Wash, where you can sparkle without the splurge. Celebrating 30 years in Roseburg, it's Champion Car Wash. The 0-1 pitch to Hoskins. Check swing. Yes, went around. Could have thought that could have possibly been strike two. Called as well. It was right there at the top of the zone. Hoskins unable to hold up. Falls behind 0-2 against Shipman. One out, Logan trying to pitch the Docs through this one. Finish off the game that Tegan Sprague started. This pitch misses high. Ball and 2 strikes. Sprague went 4 2/3 innings. Ends up giving up 4 runs. All of the runs go to his credit. So 1-2 pitch here for Shipman with a man at first and one away. And Hoskins lays off a pitch up and out of the zone. 4 2/3, gave up 4 runs on 8 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and 2 hit batters for Sprague, but he's in line to possibly get the win. A 2-2 pitch from Shipman. Off speed, Hoskins out in front of it, pulls it foul down the third base side. Hoskins does not give any space on that inside corner to the pitchers. Right on top of the plate. Shipman, 2-2 delivery. Ooh, tried to own the inside corner, just misses the strike zone, and it goes to a full count. First game of day 2 here in the tournament. Docs will play a little later tomorrow. They play in the 4 o'clock game tomorrow, so they'll get to sleep in just a bit. Full count pitch here for Shipman. Payoff pitch is high for ball 4, and that puts 2 runners on base with the walks. And Stanley Ritter coming up to bat. Now we're going to get a visit out to the mound for for head coach Cody Walton. Logan Shipman, it was a safe situation, but with a couple of walks, they do not want to let this get out of control. So it's going to be Grayson Coate that'll come in a safe situation. Coate will take over and try to get the final 2 outs for the Doc Stewarts and protect a 7-4 advantage. Shipman will exit the game, leaves 2 runners on base with 1 out, and the youngster out of Roseburg High School, Grayson Coate, will take to the mound. We'll be back after a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Southern Septic Service is your starting lineup sponsor for Docs baseball this summer. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered. Get a free, no-obligation estimate today for your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. 7-4 the score. Docs in front here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out with 2 runners on. Grayson Coate will take over. Coate making his 9th appearance on the summer. He's thrown 18 1/3 innings. That's the most on the team. And he is looking to try and close this one out. His first pitch is fouled away for strike 1. Grayson has 4 wins, all in relief. No losses. He's got a 3.82 ERA, 10 strikeouts, 7 walks on the summer. Just wrapped up his sophomore season at Roseburg High School. He's got the 0-1 count here against Stanley Ritter, who fouls off another pitch for strike 2. Ritter is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Had a single back in the 4th inning against Tegan Sprague. The 0-2 count here for Ritter. That ball hit out in the air, out towards left center field. It'll be Corba that's underneath it, makes the catch, and he whips it back into the shortstop, Paxton Burke. That'll hold the runners. Decently hit ball by Ritter, but it hangs up enough for Corba and Thompson to close in on it. Corba makes the catch. There's 2 away.
The next batter is number 24,
that allows the Docs to maybe take a deep breath and settle a bit. There's 2 down with 2 on. A 3-run ball game, and Cole Thomas will come up. He is 1 for 2. Had an RBI single in his last at-bat. Also hit by a pitch. He scored a run as well. He hits one hard. It'll get through on the left side. They're going to hold the runner at third as Thompson will get it back in. The bases will be loaded. They stop Hale at third base as Cole Thomas works one through the left side for a 2-out single. So the Docs not done yet.
The Wet Sox, number 14, Nate Sheringhausen.
It'll be a pinch hit appearance here in the 9 spot for the Wet Sox. Nate Sheringhausen out of Liberty High School. Graduated in 2025. He was at the College of the Siskiyous last spring. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. So pinch hit appearance here. Facing Grayson Coate. Ground ball right side. Reagan Soper with it. Easy toss to first. And that will close out the ball game. Doc Stewart's will get it. Grayson Coate comes in to pick up his first save of the season, and the Doc Stewarts will get their first win here in the Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament. 7-4 our final score. Doc Stewarts with the win, and they will go to 1-1 in tournament play. They're back in the win column to go to 10-8 overall. They're now back above 500 by 2 games. For the Wet Sox, they will fall to 15-7. 2 of those 7 losses have come against the Docs. They shake hands at home plate, and the Doc Stewarts will get to celebrate a win here on day 2 of the tourney. We'll come back to wrap up this 7-4 victory for your Roseburg Doc Stewarts today here on The Score. Back after this 3-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
First game of the day is complete here in Corvallis as the Doc Stewarts get in the win column for the first time in the tournament as they get a 7-4 win on top of the Hillsboro Baseballism Wet Sox. Joey Keeran here with you. Thanks so much for tuning in and joining us for the ball game here today. A fantastic one here for the Docs. A hard-fought ball game. Never was a comfortable moment through that one. Tight one all the way through. And a game that saw the Docs prevail down the stretch. Unlike yesterday, Doc Stewart's today able to come up with some of those clutch hits they needed yesterday, leaving 5 runners on base in scoring position. Today, the Doc Stewart's able to bring them around and get some runs on the board. Final numbers here, 7 runs on 14 hits, 1 error for the Doc Stewarts. They leave 5 men on base. For the Wet Sox, 4 runs on 9 hits. They had 5 errors in the game. They leave 11 men on base. That was a big part of this one here today. Doc Stewart's able to get the outs and leave men stranded on base for the Wet Sox. Scoring started for the Stewies in the 3rd inning. They put 5 runs on the board on 7 hits. They batted through the order, had 10 hitters come up the plate. They added a run in the 4th inning on a single by Logan Anderson and made it 6-0 at the time. The Wet Sox would get 3 runs back in the bottom of the 4th. A sun ball to right field helped out in that process, and then a couple of hit batters in there helping as well for the Wet Sox as they would capitalize on the chance and get 3 runs on the board, cut the deficit in half. But the Wet Sox added a run in the 5th inning to make it a 2-run ball game, 6-4, as they would score on a 2-out single by Cole Thomas to get back within 2. But the Docs had an insurance run in the 7th inning on a base hit by Christian Corba, and the Docs would hang on with that 3-run advantage. They get the bases loaded and leave it that way in the 7th inning. A ground out to second base finishes off the ball game, leaving 3 runners stranded for Baseballism. So the Doc Stewarts with a big win there. They go to 10-8 on the year. Wet Sox fall to 15-7. Docs are back in the win column after seeing their 5-game win streak come to an end yesterday. Both teams now 1-1 in the tournament. We'll wait to see what happens in the next game in the tourney to see how the standings shake out. If Mountain Time can get a win over the Bears in the next game, they'll be in control of that bracket here in the tournament with a 2-0 record and 1 game left to go. They also would have the head-to-head win tiebreaker against the Docs in that one in the red bracket. So definitely wait to see how things play out, but starting to get a picture of what Sunday could look like for the Doc Stewarts here coming up. Taking a look at the pitching decisions in this one, Tegan Sprague gets the win, goes to 2-1 on the year. 4 2/3 innings. He gives up 4 runs on 8 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and 2 hit batters. For the loss, it's Achilles Garcia, gives up 6 runs on 11 hits over 4 innings, no walks and 1 strikeout. Bullpens came in. Landon Berger pitched the final 3 innings for the Wet Sox. Does not factor into the decision. Gives up 1 run on 3 hits. For the Docs, Logan Shipman came in. He did not give up a run or a hit over an inning and 2/3, but 3 walks, including 2 in the 7th inning. And they decided to go to the bullpen and bring in Grayson Cote, who closes it out, pitches the final 2/3 of an inning. Does give up 1 hit, but no runs, no walks, no strikeouts, and Grayson Cote will pick up the save in relief. Logan Shipman needed 2 more outs to get that first save for him on the summer, but unfortunately could not finish it off. But Grayson Cote came in, does do that, picks up his first save to go along with his 4 wins on the summer. Some offensive numbers real quick. Paxton Burke was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, had a double in this one. Reagan Soper was 1 for 4 in the game, scored a run. Logan Anderson, 4 for 4 in the contest, drove in 3 runs, scored twice. Fletcher Coleman was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Christian Corba, 2 for 4 in the game with a pair of singles, had an RBI. Danner Wirtz was 2 for 4 with a double. Tegan Sprague, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Mason Young, 0 for 3. And then Hayden Thompson took over for Quinn Gaylor in the 9th spot before Gaylor ever got a chance to get an at-bat. And Thompson was 1 for 3 in the ball game. On the other side for the Wet Sox, Camden Gager was 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. Also, he had 2 singles and a walk. Dexter Olson was 2 for 4 in the ball game. Zadok Bolby was 0 for 4. Riley DuBois was 0 for 4 as well, reached on an error. Travis Hale was 0 for 1 in the game with 2 walks, a sac bunt. David Hoskins was 2 for 2 in the game with 2 walks and 2 singles, scored twice. Stanley Ritter was 1 for 4 with a single. Cole Thompson was 2 for 3 in the game with an RBI single, scored a run after getting hit by a pitch. And then David Trejo was 0 for 2, had a hit by pitch that drove in a run to pick up an RBI. And Nate Scheringhausen was 0 for 1 in the game, grounded out to second base for the final out of the game. It's time now to take a look at our player of the game here today, brought to you by Champion Car Wash. Our player of the game is Logan Anderson. He was 4 for 4, scored twice, and drove in 3 runs. Nice day at the plate for Logan. Played well at third base as well. Made a big play cutting down a runner at home in this one here today. So nice job. That came back in the 5th inning. So nice job for Logan. He is your Champion Car Wash player of the game. Make your car or truck shine like tonight's player of the game. Visit Champion Car Wash, where you can sparkle without the splurge. Celebrating 30 years in Roseburg, it's Champion Car Wash. Well, that does it for our action here on July 3rd. We'll talk to you next coming up tomorrow on the 4th of July. Hopefully you've got some fun festivities in plan. Ours will include some baseball. No better way to celebrate America's birthday with America's pastime. That'll be coming up tomorrow. The Docs will play at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow they take on the Michaels Toyota Bears out of the Seattle area. So we will have that coming up for you tomorrow. 4 o'clock start time. That means a 3:45 for our pregame coverage. We'll have it for you here on The Score. We'll look forward to talking to you then. I want to say thanks to the Corvallis Girding Builders Market Men and for hosting the tournament here. Always nice to be here in Corvallis. A great tournament, great program, and so we thank them for hosting us here this weekend. Want to say thanks to the executive director of the Roseburg Doc Stewart's baseball program with the DCBA. That is Jake Whistler. Head coach Cody Walton. I want to say thanks to him along with the entire Doc Stewart's baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc Stewart's baseball here on The Score. Thanks to Dale Cranford back in the studio for the radio production today. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keeran. Tomorrow, the Doc Stewarts take on the Bears in their final game in group play before the Sunday finale here in the Mickey Riley Star Spangled Tournament. Broadcast starts at 4 o'clock, or the broadcast starts at 3:45. First pitch at 4 o'clock. We'll have the coverage for you, streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel, or you can always find Doc Stewart's Baseball right